Your like and subscribe to my channel would really be appreciated. Subscription is free, and it only takes a moment of your time. Sports parades like those under Stalin will be revived in Russia. The first procession of athletes will take place in 2025 on Red Square. Putin gave the corresponding order. The last sports parade was held in Moscow in 1945 in honor of the victory in the Great Patriotic War. Our friendly safe haven for stolen Russian oligarch loot, Cyprus, is back in the news, with a not surprising dimension of Monaco, another safe haven for squirreling away billions of dollars for Russians. The former head of Otkriti Bank gave himself a loan of 3 billion rubles and fled abroad. Dmitry Romayev lent money to the Cypriot company Benirlia Holdings Limited, which he controlled but which ultimately failed to repay the loan and is now in the process of being liquidated. Now, the Ministry of Internal Affairs has put Romayev on the international wanted list through Interpol. In a new propaganda step, Russia arrests former banker who issued 3 billion loan to himself in absentia. The Meshchansky Court of Moscow has arrested in absentia the former chairman of the board of FC Otkritie, Dmitry Romayev, in connection with the case on embezzlement on an especially large scale. He is on the international wanted list. The criminal case against him on the fact of especially large-scale embezzlement was opened by the investigative department of the Ministry of Internal Affairs in 2023. The investigation materials concern the events of 2016 to 2017. The scheme by which, according to the investigation, money was withdrawn from the bank turned out to be standard. It was also used by other former top managers of Otkriti, who are now abroad. Romayev opened a credit line for the Cypriot company Benirlia Holdings Limited, which he controlled, in which 3 billion rubles disappeared without a trace. Romayev himself left the Russian Federation back in 2020 and now presumably lives in Monaco. The banker has Cypriot citizenship and lives in Monaco. Neither will act, of course. The income generated from harbouring the thief's assets far outweighs the benefit of arresting him. It would send billions in capital flight out of the small Russian fiefdoms. Brazilian President Lula da Silva will not be able to attend the BRICS summit in Kazan because he hit his head. He was supposed to fly to the event on Sunday, but accidentally hit his head at his residence and suffered an injury to the back of his head. After being examined by doctors at the hospital, he was given a certificate and advised to avoid long-haul flights. The good doctor is concerned about Lula catching war criminalitis. It's deadly to any aspiring country leader. The BRICS summit will take place on Tuesday, and leaders of more than 20 countries are expected to attend. Supporters of the child-free movement are Satanists who go against God's plan, said Kurgan Region Governor Vadim Shumkov. He explained that God didn't mix anything up when he created a man and a woman as a woman, and called for giving birth to as many children as possible. 20 is a good target. Putin will send this man a Russian Patriot Medal soon. Will endure as long as there's no war. Voronezh residents told Medvedev about rising prices. The Prime Minister suddenly personally checked the prices at a grocery store in Voronezh. Buyers, mostly elderly women, at first they were outraged by the exorbitant prices, but after talking with Medvedev, they concluded, "It's okay, we'll endure it, as long as everything is good and there's no war." Medvedev admitted that it has become a bit expensive, but he emphasized that there have been worse times. Vodka was 50% more expensive during Ivan the Terrible's reign, so cheer up, woman. Serbian Deputy PM: we will not impose sanctions against the Russian Federation. President Vučić could have done this 2 years ago, and he would have been a hero. He would have been praised in the European Union. They would have spoken of him as a Democrat, as the greatest European, as the next European Commissioner. But he is first and foremost a Serb. Serbs do not betray Russia. Serbs are not against Russians. And they never were. And he will not be. And we will never be against Russians. Serbian Deputy Prime Minister Aleksandar Vulin, in an exclusive interview with Soloviev Live, footage was shown on the air of the programme Sunday evening on the TV channel Russia 1. That's all for today, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel. I also leave comments open for feedback, which I really appreciate. You can view my original posts in much more detail on Twitter. Follow me at beefeater_fella. My research threads also include full references and sources to speed up your own research. Did you know that I also provide daily updates and deep dive research videos on a range of interesting subjects, including economics, geopolitics, sanctions, circumventions, fossil fuel updates, and much more? If you are able to support me with a coffee or subscription on Patreon, I do provide links in the description of the video. I really appreciate all the support I can get towards my research, equipment, and publication costs. Thank you. To those who have supported me on Patreon or Buy Me Coffee, you are simply awesome. Your regular support is really appreciated. Remember, folks, the YouTube edition of my Russian Telegram chat translations is released every night at midnight, UK time. Have a great day. I look forward to your next visit.